open up over here, our battery should be disconnected. We then connect our battery, okay? We can then also check the Hobbs meter, make sure it lines up with the flight folio. All right, once that's done, we can then close up over here and then make sure that we latch it correctly. Sometimes they are a bit tricky to latch, as soon as you get it, that's good. Heater tube cover will come off. I'm just going to leave it on for now. This will come off. Then check the landing lights, make sure they're all in good condition over here. There aren't any cracks on these windows, other windows. Check the condition of the main windshield, okay? And then having a look over here is where your outside air temperature will be read from, okay? So it's outside air temperature, and then you have your radio and GPS as well on top. Okay, static air port is located on the side here, alright? Just checking for cleanliness over there. We'd open up here, and then all that we'll be doing is, I'll jump in this side. Is then putting the master battery on. Over here, it's a second switch, putting on forward. It's on forward, we're looking over here, the fuel quantity. Right now it's on about 280 pounds. So that's just over an hour's worth of flight. So it's essentially not sufficient for the flying that we may want to do. I'm going to leave the master power on. Walk around over here. And then what I want to do is I want to do the fuel sump strain. All that I need for the fuel sump strain is the master power to be on. Push that over there, the fuel will spray out, release, and then I want to look and make sure that it stopped dripping from beneath the aircraft. Once it stopped dripping, I can then put the master battery off. Master battery goes off over there. I then climb up to the top. I have a look. Inside over here, I'll be seeing my transmission oil level. Okay, I can use a torch to shine inside over there to see that level. All right, it must be in that yellow range. I open up here. You don't want to do what I just did by just flicking it, because then it locks on over here. Put one finger here to stop it from hitting over here. Okay. Yes. So another finger there to stop that. Okay. Now open up. And I can still also, once again, from this angle, see the transmission level. All right, once that's been inspected, we can then have a look at the condition of the pipes located over here. Okay, looking good. And then just checking for any damage on our nodal beams that hold up the transmission. Okay. You can now also note that you won't be able to see that K-flex that we were able to see a bit earlier. So that's why it's always good to be able to have a look at an aircraft when it's in for maintenance. Okay, sometimes they are a bit challenging to clip. Okay, that's fine. And now located here is our airframe, is our particle separator. So you can see here, this is then where the airflow comes in, and then the particles, dust, grass get separated, and it will get blown out of here. All right, so any dust or dirt gets blown out over here. However, you still want to make sure that it's clean between the compressor and the particle separator, which we get a step ladder, and then we'll look inside this compartment and make sure that there isn't anything that's not meant to be in there, such as grass or something like that. We then open up here and here, and then 1, 2, 3. You'll see I use this leg here to hook myself so that I don't fall off. Okay, so you just use one leg to hook yourself if you need to lean over. Open this up. We don't have, oh, here it is. Okay, then we check in our discharge tube. Just put our hand on it. All right, no movement over there. I don't feel any cracks. You can run your hand on it and feel if there's any cracks taking place on it as well. So compressor, discharge, combustion, turbine, exhaust. Okay, just checking these pipes here, look all good, there's no damage on it. making sure there hasn't been excessive leaking taking place within the pan below here. You can see here's your starter generator now. The other machine didn't have it installed. Just checking this, and then this is your blower. Airflow comes in through here and then goes to cool down the starter generator. Okay, so this first acts as a starter when we hit the starter motor. Later on, after 70%, once we put the generator on, it then takes power from the gearbox to then generate electricity. All right. This over here is then your throttle lever. Have a look at that pitch link while I go and open up the throttle. Okay, I'm going to open to idle. I'm going to take it to flight. Take it back to idle. I have to push in the stop and then close the throttle into the shuttle. Okay.
Yes.
So you see how that pitch is moving. Okay. Good. All right, so that's your throttle linkage over there, and that's then where maintenance will go and make adjustments to the idle settings. Okay. So we just give that a feel over there, make sure that it's not loose or rattling. It will have that slight movement, which is fine. Then we're just checking our witness marks over here with the paint, making sure everything's lining up, just checking for the general condition. Now we've got the airframe fuel filter located over here. Now we want to do a strain of that. So how do we do a strain? We put the master battery on. Come back here. I put the master battery on. Anything that's on, the switch is facing forward. Switch on. Fuel valve on. We now heard that valve open. And then lastly, the boost pump. You pull out, I push one boost pump in, like so. Okay.
Yes.
So that's one boost pump in. I then move back over here. I can then turn this knob that's located here. I can twist that, and then fuel will go through here, into the pan, and then come out through one of these holes here. All right. Once I've released this, so open it for a few seconds and then release. Once I've released, make sure that it has gone back to a closed position and that there isn't any more fuel dripping after a minute or so. Okay, once that has been checked, there is also a button on the top located right over here. You can jump up and have a look, Lisa. Climb up, climb up, climb up. You see that button over there? There's a red button. Look with your camera, not with your eyes. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll push that down and we'll see a light come on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to push one of the buttons. Wait. Push that button.
Yeah, it's pushed down.
Push it harder. Hold on. Let me try push. Okay, there we go. Have a look over there. So Lisa, jump down. See, fuel filter.
Yes.
So that light then comes on for fuel. What's that? Fuel pump.
Yeah, it says
fuel filter.
Fuel filter.
Comes on. Okay. But you saw it required a few pushes just to get it working. So that's what you needed to do. Give it a few pushes. Okay, I'm now going to put the fuel pump, booster pump out over there, the two yellows, and then fuel pump, fuel valve, just release it there, switch it off. Okay, lift up, let it switch down, there we go. Master battery off, please.
Master.
There we go. Good. Coming back over here. Okay, I've checked the rest of the condition. I'm happy with it in over here. Release this. And latch it back in. Good. Goes up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Locked in. Okay. Now I'm going to skip this, but I need to get a step ladder so that I can open this up. There's four butterfly screws, then release to then be able to open up the engine oil to then check the level. I can then put it back in and make sure that I close it properly. It must be above the add line. Move back. Okay. Checking condition over here. checking condition of the elevator located here. Okay, all looks good. Continue moving back. Vertical stabilizer seems to be in good condition. All right, and then I'll be getting the torch and my step ladder to be able to have a look at the tail rotor gearbox level. Okay, so checking out that level over there, making sure it's at that halfway mark. Can then move back to the tail rotor, okay, and I can just check. I've got flapping. This is then how the pedals move. See how that goes in and out. Okay, so that's how the tail rotor pedals come through over here. Then I'm just checking the general condition. You can then also, if you stand here, Lisa, so stand this way, have a look here. So I've got it fully flapped in this direction. When I start moving it in the flapping direction here, you can see how that pitch angle is changing.
Yes.
Little? More.
More.
Okay. So you see how that pitch angle changes as we swing this. Okay. And then I'm just checking the pitch lengths here. Ensure that these are all good. Okay. So fine, I can have the twisting motion, but no backwards and forwards, the same as your 44. All right, good. And then making sure that this bolt over here, the screw feed, is on tight. Okay. It should also be locked down with this locking wire that's here. All right. So this is your delta hinge or delta flap. Okay, we can continue moving on. These are all in. Generally, all of these screws here will be at a 45-degree angle. If they're not at 45, it could mean they're loose. Checking our elevator, checking our slat over here. Good. Moving here. We're now checking for that pop out. All right. So we've got that pop out that's located there. Okay, and that is secured. Okay. This we can then close. Good. Moving back here. If that doesn't want to unlatch, like so, start over here. 1, 2, unlatch here, and then hold on to this, push that in. There we go. There. And then you'll lock it in place. Peel your discharge tube, and then just check all your cablings here, making sure that the lines are matching up. And then we take the shaft, move it back and forth. We have free movement over there. Good. Checking the cables. All right. And here's our droop or governor or correlator. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hook this on. And I'm just going to show you visually of how it works. Okay, so I'm going to raise the connector. You guys see that moving?
Yes. Raising
Now
connector.
operate the beeper. Spin up. Spin down. You guys see how the movement works?
Yes.
Raise connector, hold it there.
Beeping the throttle.
That's just more of a demonstration to show you it's not something that you necessarily have to check on your pre-flight. Alright, once we're happy with the condition inside over here, then close. Make sure that it's latched in. There's a little tip over there. Start with this guy here. Open. As I said earlier, there's not much to see. Just make sure there isn't a pool of fluid, and just check the condition of your pipes and cables here. Right. Okay, there's your step. So it's a left step, right step. Grab the shaft and hold yourself over here. Pass your phone, Lisa.